Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Brandon here, and today I am going to go through Ford's website and we are going to spec my 2021 Ford Bronco. So let's get right to it. I'm on the Ford Bronco, not the Ford Bronco, but the Ford website here, and we're going to go over to SUVs and crossovers, and here you can see their whole SUV crossover lineup. And what we're going to go is we're going to go over to the 2021 Ford Bronco. We're going to hit build and price. So now we're here on the build and price tool. We've got all of the base model, Big Ben, stuff like that. I'm actually curious. I haven't gone and spec these out. I'll probably do that after this video, just out of curiosity. But today we are doing the high-speed off-road, the Wildtrak, the four-door, the big bad beast of them all. So I'll have a few things that I want your guys' help on because I'm stuck between a few options that I'm not sure on which to get, and I want your guys' help on that. So first off, color. This is where I'm really torn. I'm going currently with the Antimatter blue, but I think the Rapid Red also looks really, really cool. I've had a deep red Ford before. It looks really nice, and I think that the Rapid Red kind of gives it a more muscular and angular look than the blue does. Of course, you know, kind of hard to tell online. Everything's in person, but I want you guys to tell me in the comments, should I get red or blue? Whichever one you pick, I'll get, unless it's like really different in person. So yeah, let me know. Which color should I get, the red or the blue? Rapid Red or Antimatter blue? For the purposes of this video, I'm going to stick with the Antimatter blue as the one I'm leaning towards. We have our 17-inch stock wheels here. That's the only option. I'm going to stay with the hard top, a molding color. I'm not going to go with these other options. I'm going to get the sound deadening headliner. That will help with highway noise and other stuff like that. I'm going to get the front steel bash plates, get the heavy duty bumper, all of that cool stuff. So now we've got an upgraded bumper in the front. I'm also going to get the brush guard. I think this looks really cool. It kind of gives it a more muscle look, stuff like that. I won't be getting the paint protection film, as I will have that done after I get it. And I'll go through a lot more process than what the dealership will do. I'll do a full ceramic coating, PPF all the way around the car. We'll get the wheel lock kits, so no one will take the wheels, because they do look kind of cool. Engine block heater, and what that does is that keeps the engine warm if you're in very cold environments up north during the winter. So when you go to start, the fluids and stuff aren't really cold. Keyless entry keypad, that is a must-have. If you have a Ford, you just have to have that. It's super simple, super cool. You can start the car, lock it, and you can get back in. It's a wonderful tool to have. Here, I'm not going to go with the cloth seats. I'm going to go with the leather seats for one main reason, is the fact of cleaning. Leather seats are a lot easier to clean than cloth seats are when it comes to mud, snow, dirt, grime, stains, stuff like that. I have cloth seats in my Expedition, and whenever something gets on them, it's a pain in the butt to get off. These, I can just get a wet, damp towel and wipe them down, and they're good to go. So go through, I will get the upgraded storage bag. That includes the roof panels and the front and rear doors, which is a super cool feature. I'm super glad that Ford thought of this and included it in the Bronco, because wherever you are, you can take off those things and you can bring them with you, whereas the Jeep, you take the doors off, wherever you took the doors off, you have to leave the doors there. This is totally different, and I think that's a super cool feature. So traditionally, I don't want all of this extra stuff here, the 360 wire strung. I don't need that. But there's one thing I absolutely need, and that's the Bang & Olufsen sound system. And, well, to get that, I've got to get all the other stuff. It's a $3,600 option pretty much. And I'm sure these features will be nice. I just won't use them, and they'll help for resale if I ever do. But the Bang & Olufsen sound system is a top-notch quality. I'm super excited to have it in the Bronco. I wasn't sure what system, since it's an off-roader, but they threw it in there as an option, and I'm definitely happy they did. So we've got the 2.7 liter EcoBoost engine. I've experienced this in person with the 10-speed automatic. It has sufficient power for what you're needing. A lot of torque, and this would be more off-road use, so not necessarily racing or stuff like that. So you've got the power that you need. This doesn't need to be a super quick um, car. You can tune it, of course, to make it so, but the 10-speed automatic transmission definitely makes it more fuel efficient, especially with the 35-inch tires and then the off-road gearing. So we got a 4.7 locking rear axle, and it says rear locking differential, but there's also a front locker included with the Wildtrak. So I went with the Lux package. That was just because I went with the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Sasquatch package is included on all the other vehicles. Those are options. I will be getting the towing capacity in case I want to tow a small trailer, stuff like that. I think it's 3,000 pounds, maybe 3,500, something like that. Nothing too heavy, but a small camper for the weekend or one of those off-road campers, stuff like that. It'd be a cool little option to have. And then for like towing and recovery, that's also helpful to have a receiver hitch back there. Graphics package is a must. I've seen them off the assembly line, and it looks really cool. And I think a Bronco has to have the graphics package. Alrighty, now we get to the fun stuff, the accessories. So I'm going to go with the rock rails. You'll notice that up earlier I did not get the tube steps because the rock rails, what they do is they will protect the door and the under part of the car when you're going off-road. If you're going over a rock and the elevation difference is, the height difference more specifically is different than what you just came from, and you hit your side rails and stuff like that on the rock, it will not damage your door and the under part of the vehicle, the undercarriage. So that's a pretty cool feature. I'm glad that they have it on there. I will have to wait and see just how big the Bronco is. I'm not a super tall person, so getting in and out of it, if it's really high up, will be a problem. I will have to go to the tube steps. Not that I want to, but it'll kind of have to be a necessity. If they have power retractable bars, power retractable steps that I can option with the rock rails, I don't know if that'd even be practically possible, but if they did, then I would definitely get that option. The tube doors, this is a must. It's a little pricey, but it's super cool. It gives you that kind of added security that if you want the open door experience, but you don't want the full open door, like, hey, if I go around this curve too much, something, or I'll fall out or something like that. It's kind of like gives you a little enclosure, which is cool. And it also gives you something to put your hand on if you're driving down the road. Racks and carriers, I'm not going to use any of these. Towing and recovery here, I will go with the off-road heavy-duty kit. I will do the off-road air compressor kit for tires. That's a handy thing. Everyone should have an air compressor in their car no matter what they drive. It's easy in situations. You get low tire, stuff like that. It's handy to have. Now, here's where I want you guys to help me on. The second thing is the winch. Do I get the winch? Here it says it's a steel steel cable winch. I have seen most of the pictures with synthetic rope, which is a must. Do not get the steel wire because it is dangerous. If it snaps, it can cut things or people in half. It's a dangerous winch to have, whereas the synthetic rope is just as capable, and if it snaps, it's just going to fizzle out and it's not going to hurt you. And safety is a top priority when you're doing off-road and stuff like that. It is a little expensive, but I think it looks really cool with the look. See, yeah, right there. It just kind of gives it a more angular. You get another bull bar there for protection, and it just gives it like a really hardcore off-roader look, and I think that's a really cool feature. So let me know on the winch. Should I get it? Should I not? What are we going to do with the winch? So let me know in the comments below. So this will be number 2. Number 1 was the paint color. And then the trim kit says like the license plates, frame stuff. Nothing too important there. So we got interior portable fridge freezer. I won't be getting that. I have coolers for that, and they work just as the same. Lamps, lights, and treatments, and all the good stuff. This is where I get excited because you can buy this stuff from the factory. I think the pod lights look really cool, just as a go on, but I want the light bar also. I think you can get both, but not on the configurator. But if I'm not allowed to get both, I want you guys to let me know as the third option. Do I get the pod lights or the LED light bar? It's a 40-inch light bar. Let's see what it looks like. So obviously the configurator doesn't match it perfectly, but it's going to kind of arch up with the supports, and it's going to be a straight bar going across. It is a lot of money. It is a rigid bar. I haven't seen the rigid products in person, but I don't know if it's kind of like you're buying for the name, stuff like that. I have to wait to see it in person. However, I do like the pod lights better. I would love to get both, but you can't always have everything. So I want you guys to let me know, pod lights or light bars, what should I get? If I can get both, I most definitely will. And then I will get the rock lights in white for visibility. Generally, they have the option of getting them under the wheel wells or underneath the underbody. I won't have them placed underneath the underbody. I have that on my current car. They're amber, and that helps at night when you open the door, stuff like that. It illuminates the ground around you, which just really helps for safety and visibility. So that's what we're at right now, $67,107. I will say Ford does keep changing the price. I checked this a couple weeks ago and it was $64,000. So I have no idea where the end number will actually be. This is, of course, what I'm getting as of now. Some of you that follow me on Instagram know that I am getting something different. Once I have that confirmed with the dealership, I'll make a video over it. It will make the Wildtrak look a little bit tame compared to this variant of the Bronco. But with that, yeah, we've got the overview. Let's look at some of the pictures here of what it will look like. And here we'll look at the rapid red for comparison. It just kind of makes it just bolder, which looks good. But I'm torn between the red and the blue. I love blue on vehicles, and I think it will look better in person. We've got the side angle. We've got the 360 interior here when it loads. We've got a lot of cool switches. So up here is your front locker, your rear locker, your detaching sway bar, and then your traction control and hazard lights. These three right here are super important, and they are placed really well. The detachable sway bar is a really good feature on the vehicle, and compared to the other vehicles that have that option, it is far superior in its operation. Then we have the six aux switches up here for various lights and stuff that will be added. You have the removable roof, stuff like that, rear compartment, plenty of space back there. Overall, really nice interior layout. We've got the chassis here, the heavy-duty drive shaft, the rear axle, the front CVs and drive shaft, stuff like that, and then the 2.7 EcoBoost right here, and then you've got the transmission and transfer case all right there. So it's a really sharp-looking vehicle. Let's, oh yeah, I want to do the doors off. Let's do doors off. And it will automatically pop in the tube doors, which is a really cool feature. So you got them right there. And then let's do roof off. Let's take it all off. Yeah, right there. So this head-on look. I like how, industrial this looks with the open hinges, stuff like that. It says Bronco on the side. I mean, it just looks bad to the bone with the design here, how it's all integrated, stuff like that. You can grab here, you can lay your arm on top. Depending on what season it is, these are metal, so in the summer you might not want to put your arm up there, but you can definitely grab that. Passengers can grab that little area right there if you're going over terrain, stuff like that. And then this angle right here, I think this is the best angle in the configurator, bar none, because you just see how muscular and how just off-road ready this tank of a machine is, which is just, I can't wait to see it. It'll be a little while, probably over a year before I even get to see mine in person. That's fine. I think it'll be worth the wait. We've got the details, graphics package there glitching through, which is all right. Here you've got the speakers overhead, and it just looks awesome. So we'll have to wait and see. I've got to get back with my dealership. They haven't responded to me yet. I've heard that that's an issue going around with these dealerships. Hopefully they get that sorted out, as I'm most definitely looking forward to getting my Bronco in the order process. I have until March 19th. I don't expect to make the first run anyways. I don't want to because there's a lot more options coming out for the 2022 model year. So I'll keep it as the 2021 until I'm confirmed for the 2022. And then we'll just go from there. So yeah, comment below which color I should get, the Rapid Red or the Antimatter Blue. Should I get the winch or should I not? And then what lighting options? Should I get the pod lights, the light bar, or both if I can? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and we will see you guys next video. Take care. See you soon. Bye.